My name is Tanushka Marar, and I am standing as an independent candidate against the establishment parties in the next general election for Hove and Portslade. I have spoken to many people who are fed up with what is on offer from both Tory and Labour.
She's a principled woman and by far head and shoulders above any local politician.
I also like Tanushka's proper socialist values. And I've been discussing this with my 19-year-old son, who hopefully will vote for her as well. And they're spreading the word amongst their friends.
I am here to represent hope, fairness and justice. We don't need another 5 years of cuts, privatisation and billions wasted on military spending. I am a theatre director and I make work with young people. I have set up many free clubs because I believe that culture should be available to every young person. I spend a lot of time with young people and can see the challenges they face, including university fees, a lack of mental health provision and soaring house prices.
It's always other people with her. She's always busy because of working with other people and making sure everyone is heard and felt.
The last show that we had was called The Back Eye. The character that I played was based on me and I got to say my own words from my own story, coming up homeless. It's a place where we've had the opportunity to speak about us and have our voice heard to thousands of people, which is an opportunity that nobody in my position ever gets, and she did that for us, and that's why she's so amazing, really.
Palestine has become synonymous with justice and humanity. It is the litmus test for those who care. I am calling for an end to the genocide, an end to the occupation, and to stop arming Israel. Peter Kyle, a vice chair of Labour Friends of Israel, has had 8 months to condemn any of Israel's thousands of war crimes. Peter Kyle could stand against selling arms to Israel, but he doesn't. How can we trust anyone who does not stand against this horror we are witnessing? We need to fund our NHS and public services properly. If we were to tax the billions sitting in offshore accounts, there would be enough money for all our public services to run as we need them to. I believe that austerity is an ideology which is not a response to our economic climate. We are one of the richest countries in the world, and yet we live with levels of Victorian inequality. As a mother of 2 school-aged children, I can see firsthand how the funding cuts are affecting schools and their staff. On the doorstep, I spoke to a family whose child's school is under threat of closing down in Portslade. She has additional needs. She was thriving with the right care. Now they don't know where she will go to school. With our country's wealth, there should not be one person left to sleep rough on our streets. Housing is a human right, not a marketplace for investment. We need to build more homes. We need secure tenancies, and we need a freeze on rent rises. We are not in a cost of living crisis. We are in a cost of greed crisis. We need a real living wage. We need a real term pay rise for our public sector workers. We need an end to Tory anti-strike laws. The climate needs to be acted on immediately. It's not just enough to tinker around the edges. The climate's destruction is deeply rooted in colonialism and our political elites' ideology of capitalism and profit. Here in Brighton and Hove, we have a real issue with sewage and our waters are polluted. We need to get our water back into public ownership and away from greedy private companies.
I'm very pleased to support the campaign to elect Tanushka Marar as the candidate, the only candidate in my view, for the general election in Hove and Portslade.
I am ready to take on Tory and Labour, and I believe that our call will swell and crash on the shores of Hove and Portslade, calling for peace, equality and humanity.
Vote Tanushka. for MP.
Get out, spread the word and vote.